Howdy guys, I'm Leroy from Rack and Ride. Today we're going to talk about our double MX carrier. We can do this also as a either two dirt bikes or a single dirt bike that you can also tow a small trailer with. We use 2-inch tube into the hitch and then we sleeve 65 over the top of it. We can also do it in a full 2.5 if you have a 2.5-inch tube. That's no problem as well. So this is what the first bike sits in. This is what we call a double main bar. It's a pretty heavy duty piece of metal. It's got 3/8 plate on the inside of it as well. So that's for your first bike into the receiver. Your bike channel sits here. Putting this together, it's the exact same as the MX carrier. There's videos on the website on the instructions page. Just check those out. This is mainly to show you how the double bar works. The first bike, the second bike is a standard MX carrier tube, 2-inch tube. It'll have a couple extra holes in it. These two here, which are drilled out 1/2 inch. The others are 3/8. The others, this is for if you use this bar as a single carrier. On the double, both racks, it's 2 complete racks. So you can use either bike rack by itself, and that's when you'll use the other holes. This is where your eye nuts will go to secure your inside foot peg. This is where your loading ramp goes. But on the double, we're going to use these 2 1/2-inch holes. So slides inside and lines up with these 2 holes. On these 2 holes, that's a 1/2-inch hole. That's 11/16 because that's for when you tow, you can use a standard hitch pin. And on the other side here, we've got 7/8 holes. So to lock these racks together, we use a bolt and a bush setup. So we just put the bolt through from the 1/2-inch side, put on the bush. It's a which slides inside the 7/8 hole. When you tighten that, the bush pushes through and forces itself onto this tube and forces it over this side of the rack. So it locks the bike rack up rock solid. And this lets you join the racks and split them in a minute just by undoing 2 bolts. This will slide out, away you go. So that's all you got to look for is the different size holes on this main tube. Bolt and bush in, job done. I'll show you on this, caused a little bit of grief. We're securing the bikes. So on the first bike, you're going to use this 10mm plate. You can put a shackle through that up to your pegs, and then you can also use a tie down up to the frame. This plate here is a bit different than our earlier racks. This is the newer version we're making. This is better when you're towing because you can have this square cut out is for the shackle for your foot peg, and these 2 are where you can put your trailer chains. You can put a chain back here, chain there, and you can also hook a strap through here. So it just works better in a towing situation. The square hole is so you can fit a few different types of shackles through the, this does fit, yep, through the cutout. That'll go onto your turnbuckle and then up to your pegs. Simple as that. So that's how you secure the inner bike. Even smaller shackles will go through, various size shackles. Turnbuckle up to your pegs. Same on this side, you'll shackle through here, turnbuckle up to your pegs. So that's how it's good. And plus you run a strap each side so the bike's super secure. Then for the outer bike, that's what these eye nuts are for. So you put your turnbuckle through the eye nut, you shackle through the eye nut onto the turnbuckle up to your pegs. This is for the inner bike because the foot peg's going to be about here. We supply eye nuts, same as these. We'll bolt into the outer side here. There'll be 2, so you can same pegs and strap up to the bike. That's pretty simple stuff. A lot of people want to use this single tube and tow a small trailer, something with a tongue weight, a ball weight up to 395 pound, which is the same as having a second bike on. We have these eye nuts on the back here, so then you can run shackle on a turnbuckle and some chain and go back to somewhere on your tow bar or your chassis and just nip it up, give it some support when you're towing a trailer as far as turning corners and stuff. All our rack's supplied with an anti-tilt bracket. See how this works. This is these shim plates are stainless. They're two different thicknesses because receivers are slightly different thicknesses. So the ones with the slot go on the side. So slide the tube in, get your pin lined up. You can fit one on the side, push it in, put your pin in, and then usually by lifting the outside of the rack, you might fit one on the bottom. And there's no set thing. Some receivers won't take any. Some will take one, some will take two. The shim plates. Then this bracket, the welded tab presses on the bike rack, and the U-bolt just clamps it sideways like that. This is a couple of spring washer and a couple of nuts go on there. If your receiver has a plastic cover, says Nissan or Toyota, you've just got to rip that off, and that's it. That should get you going.